Hello, everybody. Welcome to another video from the Power Bomb Project. I am one of your hosts, Daniel, joined by my other two hosts.
Hey, it's Berman.
Hey, Chris.
So, today we're talking about WrestleMania 39. This has been an interesting WrestleMania. Some people think it looks like one of the best WrestleManias ever. Some people think it looks like one of the worst WrestleManias ever. So, where do I stand? I am in between. So, here's my opinion. When you think about WrestleMania, right, you think about star power. You think about people like Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, Ricky Steamboat, Roddy Piper, Bret the Hitman Hart, Shawn Michaels, John Cena, Randy Orton. A lot of names. Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock. I could go on with it. There are a lot of names that define what WrestleMania is to fans today. So when I look at the card, when it comes to a star power standpoint, yeah, this is pretty fucking dead for a WrestleMania. Your only stars, or like not really stars, but like people that are really known at the moment are Cena, who's fighting the Fury, and not many people that are, non-wrestling fans even know who Theory is. Rey Mysterio's facing his son, which is cool for that reason, but it's not really a match that's going to get people to go crazy. Again, same thing with Logan Paul coming in. He's a draw, but he's not someone people are going bonkers for. And then you also got Brock Lesnar, but, Brock Lesnar, who's clearly inferior to Omos, is challenging Omos, and Omos better retire that bitch. But we'll move on to that when we get to there.
Fucking bastard.
So no, don't even call me that. We'll get to it when we get to it.
I'm tired of you playing around.
No, we'll get to it later. Stop. No. But yeah, you basically got those people there, right? Like a few stars, but they're not really utilized in crazy ways. So when you think about it from a star power standpoint, this might be one of the most dead WrestleManias of all time. I'm not saying from a card standpoint, I'm saying from a star power standpoint. Separate the two here, folks. Now let's talk about it from a card standpoint. From a card standpoint, I think it looks good on paper. You got matches that I think will be good on paper. And you got matches that I think could even be match of the year candidates, such as Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Usos, or Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio, or Gunther versus Drew versus Sheamus, or Brock versus Omos, or the Hell in a Cell between Edge and Finn Balor. All possible match of the year candidates, folks. And Bianca versus Asuka could even surprise us. So who knows? Who knows? So, yeah, overall, though, I will say this. I feel like the build for some of these matches has been great. But the build for some of these matches has also been fucking awful. Bianca versus Asuka, for example. Awful build-up. And same with the other women's championship match, Charlotte versus Rhea. Awful build-up. But we'll get to those build-ups when we get to those build-ups. So, before we hop into predictions here, what do you guys think about this overall card?
It looks very good. There's only probably three matches, maybe two matches that are not going to be good or not going to be fun to watch. They're just going to be bathroom breaks for me.
Yeah, I think we're looking at maybe a solid 8 on this card. I'm sure there's going to be some classics in there, but I could be wrong, but we'll see.
All right, so to kick things off, United States Championship match, Austin Theory versus John Cena. Now, I'm nervous about this match, folks. And why is that? Because as soon as I heard this match is kicking off the show, I kind of got worried. Because originally I thought this would be a good match to put in the middle of the card, go a good 20 minutes. But now that it's opening the show, I don't know if we're getting that. And the reason why I say that is because remember Mania 35 when Brock came out to kick off the show and he had that World Championship match. Again, World Championship against Seth Rollins. and he lost, and the match went, what, 6 minutes, 7 minutes? I feel like the main reason it was put at the beginning of the show was to get people talking, to get people hyped. But then the match ended up being short and kind of disappointing. And I know Cena's a busy guy. He has a busy schedule. So who knows? Maybe he has to get in and get out. But that makes me nervous that this match isn't going to be the best match that it can be. Now, will my worries probably be all for nothing in the end? More than likely. But I feel like it's fair to at least have this concern that, Cena might have a shorter match here. And again, it makes sense because Cena has a busy schedule and you don't want to have Cena get injured, underneath this show. So I think it'll be a good match, a 7-2 and 8. I'm keeping my expectation guarded just in case that this isn't, that long of a match. So who's winning this? I think on this show there will be some new stars to win, but I think some of the old names will win as well. This is one of those matches where I see a new name winning. So I'm going to go with Austin Theory retaining his championship and solidifying himself as a bigger deal in WWE than he currently is.
Yeah, for me, I'll go you probably in the same boat. This match sounds fun, and I think because I think they're starting the match, I think this should be more of this hype match where I feel like it's going to take it for 20 minutes, maybe a little bit, maybe 25 minutes. I feel like this could be a great match for people to get hyped and see, and I definitely want to see Austin Theory win. I love this Austin Theory right now. He's no more selfie boy, he's the now. I think that is so perfect, and I think this becomes bigger than life, and I think this could be one of the biggest matches for Austin at the same time too. So for me, I'm hitting Austin, and I'll probably say 7.5 for an expectation.
I just hope to God that this match isn't like a squash, like, less than 10 minutes. Obviously, Austin's retaining his title because it doesn't really make sense for like Cena to like win the U.S. title unless you're doing a part-time thing, but I really highly doubt it. Again, I don't want it to be 10 minutes. Hopefully, it's at least 15 to 20 because, I'm not the biggest fan of Austin Theory, but after that promo, the dude's got a lot of things to prove, so that's what I'm expecting.
All right. And you see Theory retain, of course. So yeah. Now, this next match we're going to disagree on. Becky, Lita, and Trish versus Damage Control. Now, reports have been saying the plan for SummerSlam is to do Becky Lynch versus a heel Trish Stratus, which is interesting. And as I think Damage Control is starting to reach the beginning of its end. They're going to need to be split up. Why? Because all three of them are better on their own than together. And honestly, these three are Team Rocket from Pokemon. It is what it is. So, it's Becky, Lita, and Trish. Like, think about it like this, right? It's kind of like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James on the same team. Are you really going to have those three lose to some fucking, three, let's say, people who are, well, kind of well-known, but not really well-known? Do you know how crazy that would be?
That's fucked
So that's
up,
the
Daniel.
point.
You
So
not
that's
gonna
the
talk
point.
shit, Damage Control about that.
Well, what do you want me to say, though? They haven't had amazing matches, unless if it involved Bianca Belair. And honestly, that their mission was to come in and take all the titles, and they failed. And you could say that's booking and all that, and yes, it is booking. But this is the thing, right? When your characters are revolved around becoming champions, then there's really nothing to your character at all. I mean, look at Charlotte. Charlotte's whole character is revolved around being the best. And that's why so many people kind of got sick of her, because that's all she has to her, wanting to be the best. There's nothing else to her. And lately, that's how I've been feeling about Bayley, Io, and Dakota. There's no motivation to these three other than winning titles, and they look like goobers since they can't even get the job done. So why care for these three as characters?
I hate you.
Yeah, I think maybe it's. I do like Damage Control myself. I think they're fun. Don't get me wrong, they're not the best of the faction, but I think that just because they're not getting pushed the right way, like not getting not getting titles. I think the main thing that kind of went downward slope for them was the Bailey not winning that world championship, the women's world championship. If she did, damage control would be in a better place at this time. But right now, it's downhill for down control right now. Down control, nice. Damage control. I feel like to me, that if they could have, I really do actually want to see damage control win this because for me, I'm not a big fan of Becky. Even in a lot of places, I don't like her. Don't get me wrong, I do like Lita and Trish, but Becky, I'm not a fan of. And in general, I don't know why, but I just never got into her, her right now. But I like damage control right now. So for me, I actually want damage control to win, and I probably expect a 7, maybe 7.5.
Yeah, that's fair. I expect a 7 as well, honestly.
Yeah, same here. We'll just keep it safe. Let's give it a 7.
Who you predict?
I know Becky Lynch and Lita are gonna win, even though it's just nostalgia and it's fucking bullshit. Lita wasn't even that good anyways, and Damage Control didn't even get to
That's
defend.
absolutely cap.
Bro, she's
Lita's literally one of the best of all time.
She's a home wrecker. She ruined Matt Hardy.
Do you know how many wrestlers are home wreckers?
No.
It's not just Lita, dude. And technically, Edge is the home wrecker. She's a cheater.
Listen, man.
And that happened 16 years ago.
Listen, man. Edge
Everyone's
is the rated R
married to someone else
superstar.
now.
He can do whatever he wants. He's a man.
Listen, Matt found a wife. Edge found a wife, and Lita, I believe, is in a relationship as well. Maybe I'm wrong in that part, but all three of them have moved on. So why does it matter? And honestly, you praise Jeff Jarrett, who's like an absolute human piece of garbage.
Listen, man.
He's worse than Lita. If we're talking about people in personal lives, he's way worse than Lita.
Yeah, but he's a slapnuts. But anyways, I want
Damage. Piece of crap.
I don't care. Damage Control needs to win because they didn't have enough legitimate defenses, and that's not fair. That's bullshit.
This isn't for the titles. I hope you know that.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's a 6-woman tag.
God. Wait. No, I don't buy this crap because they're gonna probably announce something on Raw today and be like, "It's for the titles."
How could it be for the tag titles? It would have to be a 2-on-2. This is a 3-on-3.
Oh, you're right. Oops. Well, they better win anyways.
Boy,
you shut up.
All right, now match number 3. This is one of my most hyped matches for the whole show. Rey Mysterio versus his own son, Dominic Mysterio. We need to build new stars, man. Shut the fuck up. Dom needs to get his ass beat. Rey Mysterio is going to beat that boy's ass, and as he should. Dom should not beat Rey Mysterio. I don't give a shit if this man is his son. Dom has no business beating someone like Rey Mysterio. I don't care who gets pissed off by that. That is the absolute truth. And I like Dom Mysterio. But come on, beating Rey and sending him, out of WWE. The idea of Dom retiring Rey is so stupid. I don't even know where to begin. Like, Jesus Christ. Rey Mysterio just needs to win this match. Get this done. Fuck this Judgment Day group. Have all these fuckers lose except for Rhea and end this garbage. So, yeah, Rey Mysterio for the win. 8 out of 10.
Yeah. I mean, I do wrong. I do want to see that. If that actually would be funny if Dominic wins. But I will give anything that probably, because of Rey Mysterio being inducted in the Hall of Fame, I don't think they're going to make him lose that title. Lose in the match against his own son. So I give it Rey, and I think this is going to be a fun match to see. I'll give it an 8 too.
Honestly, dude, Dominic needs to win this because we need to build his character up. And his father, listen, Rey Mysterio is a coward.
Not winning. Dominic Mysterio This dude is not becoming the world champion. What fucking point is there in putting this dude over? It's ridiculous to
He's the
even think
newest
about.
generation, dude. Ray's not gonna be here for much longer. Dominic has been such a funny ass heel because he's
You
so
you
cringe,
fucking hated
and
Dom.
I did, but then I came to my senses, and I need this chaotic Dominic shit to win with the help of
Dude,
Rhea.
no.
I'm tired of Ray.
Absolutely.
No, hell no. Ray can't just be like, "Oh, you assaulted my wife. Now I have
This
the balls
entire
to punch you
story
for
has
6
been
months."
Dominic getting. This entire story has been Dominic getting one-ups over Ray. Ray needs something.
Ray's a loser, only just because he decides now is the time because he assaulted my wife. For 6 months, he didn't do shit. He's not gonna do anything, and Dominic is gonna be the champ.
Dude, no. I like Dom, but no. He has no business beating a legend like Rey Mysterio. He's
kicking
not
his
winning.
ass
He's not winning the world title. So what's the point in having him beat a legend like Rey Mysterio?
because that's not his real father. It's Eddie.
Man, Jesus Christ.
This
I
is
mean,
gonna
what
be
do
a
you
9.
think,
Listen,
Berman, about like all of this? Like, do you think Dom is worthy of beating Rey Mysterio?
And perfectly honest, I do. Probably not, I would say for that, but it would be kind of fun to hear the fans' reaction to Dominic's, and that would be a brutal boo, and I think that would be interesting to see, to me. Perfectly honest. But to me, I like Rey Mysterio more, and I would like him to win more than anything else.
Yeah,
I can't
fair
believe
enough.
this garbage I'm hearing. I can't
The
believe
fact that you want
this.
Dom to win is garbage.
No,
Dom isn't even that good in the ring. He needs to do better frog splashes.
you're right.
All right, I'm playing on that part. Dom, you're fine in the ring. Don't listen to the haters. But moving on. Men's WrestleMania Showcase match. Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus Street Profits versus Alpha Academy versus Viking Raiders. Now, this might be fun, but this shouldn't be on WrestleMania. This is just stupid. There's nothing on the line. This is just a stupid fatal four-way tag team match that belongs in a goddamn universe mode rather than a WrestleMania.
It's a filler.
If this was a number one contenders match, I would be okay with it, but it's not. And that's why I'm bitching about it. So, I think it'll be fun. Again, I expect a 7, but this is not a WrestleMania worthy match. And shit like this is what makes me think this could easily be a one-night event, and they're just adding a bunch of unnecessary crap to make it 2 nights. That's just how I'm kind of looking at it. Who wins? Braun Strowman and Ricochet, probably.
The good question is, what if it is going to be a number one contenders? Would your opinion change?
Yes, it would. But nothing's on the line, so I'm just sitting here thinking, why is this even happening?
Right. For me, I think this match would be fun too. I'm hoping Braun Strowman, Ricochet, 100%. And I do want to say something, and this is just a personal opinion. I would like to see Viking Raiders just go back and go to either AEW or New Japan. They were been in New Japan and AEW for a good while, and I actually love them. Right now, they're not getting the deserved. They're not getting deserved with being good. Right now, they're not. They're really weird to me. I really like them in AEW. Oh wait, sorry, in New Japan right now. I would love them, but I wanted them to go like AEW or New Japan or something.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry.
Viking Raiders.
Who are you talking about, Chief?
Viking Raiders.
Yeah, back when they were like what they used to be the War Raiders, I think, or some other name.
The War Machine, if I'm not correct.
War Machine. Yes, War Machine. Yes, then they became War Raiders in NXT.
Yes, and I loved them in New Japan. I would love them to go to either AEW and New Japan. I'm just really don't like Viking Raiders right now in the right now. I used
feel
to.
like. Oh, sorry. Go. Keep going.
No, just I used to like them. I loved them in NXT and WWE and Raw and SmackDown. Don't like them. They ruined. I think WWE kind of ruined them a lot. So I just want them to kind of go to outs and go away from WWE and go to someone else better.
I think another thing that's really hurting them is this Viking gimmick. Is just it's not them. It doesn't suit them, and it's just dumb. If anything, you should just have these guys go out there and be monsters in the ring, and they can get over that way. You don't have to do all this extra crap.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Is it the R-Truth?
It is the R-Truth.
Okay.
Now, What's your opinion?
Listen, I actually want the Street Profits to win if this is a top contender match because they've been, besides the Usos, the MVPs of the tag team division. But again, this match is stupid. It doesn't need to belong. You could just watch this like on SmackDown or Raw. So it's a bathroom break match at least. And I guess I'll just give it like, I say like a 6. I don't think it's gonna be awful, but you know, it'll just be fine for what it is.
Fair enough. I don't think it'll be bad. I'm just kind of frustrated that there's nothing on the line here, you know?
Well, that could change
might
today,
show
man.
Like, the women's match should be a number one contendership for the women's tag belts, and then the men's should be a number one contendership for the men's tag belts.
They might, in general. They might actually do it. They just don't. They haven't announced it yet. Maybe do it as a surprise. That's Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, who knows, man? We'll have to see. Now, this next match is Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. My two co-hosts are definitely more excited about this match than I am, but I think it'll be good. I think it could definitely be a good match, and I feel like Seth Rollins might be someone Logan meshes really well in the ring with. I think that's a definite possibility right there. Now, back a month ago, I had Logan Paul winning because I thought maybe they'll bring in Jake Paul, do the tag team, the Paul brothers, but I think Paul, not Logan, but Jake Paul, is so caught up in the loss to Tommy Fury that he's trying to get that rematch. He's also wanting a match with Mayweather and a match with KSI. So he's after not one, not two, but 3 boxing matches. So yeah, I doubt him going to WWE happens just yet. So, with that being said, do I still think Logan wins then? No. Because I feel like if you brought in Jake Paul, you kind of would have had that edge to have him win. But this is the thing, right? Another reason I thought Logan would win is because I was like, shit, you know, there's going to be a Saudi Arabia show in May. Maybe they'll throw Logan to Cody. But a lot of reports recently have been saying that the main event is for Backlash is set to be a triple threat between Roman, Cody, and Seth. So, if that's the case, we got to build Seth back up to the main event scene. And even if it's not the case, let's just really think about it like this. Ever since Seth turned heel in 2019, he's really just put a lot of people over. In 2020, he lost to Kevin Owens in that feud. Then he lost to Drew McIntyre in the WWE Championship feud. Then he lost to the Mysterio family in that feud. Then he went away, came back 2021. He won in the Cesaro feud, but he put Cesaro over at WrestleMania. Then he lost in the Edge feud. And then not only did he lose in the Cody feud, he went 0-3 against Cody. And then you had Riddle beat him as well. And now Rollins just recently put over Theory. So that's nearly 4 years of him putting people over. So, with all that being said, I think Logan will be perfectly fine taking a loss to Seth Rollins. And I think it's that time the company seriously needs to rebuild Seth Rollins again. And I think this is how they start doing it, by him getting a win over Logan Paul. So, for a long time, I thought Logan was going to get the win. But now thinking about all the recent things that have happened, and especially with the story, right? Logan has gotten the one-up over Seth almost every single week. So, it feels like it's inevitable for Seth to kind of get that payback that he's been thirsting for from Logan Paul. So my prediction's actually going to be Seth Rollins. And again, I think it could be a 7 to an 8. I think it could be good.
For me, I like Logan Paul because it's just going to be fun. Don't get me wrong, he has done bad things, but he's been a great wrestler so far. He has been copying, but that's how I feel like that's his gimmick, is copying things, being that type of annoying character. But I like him, and I don't think he's going to win, but I feel like what's going to happen too is that I feel like Seth Rollins is going to put him over, but not make him win it. Seth Rollins is going to win at the end, but make Logan Paul look good. Maybe because I feel like if Austin Theory wins against John Cena, I feel like it's going to be Austin Theory versus Logan Paul for a championship, for the United States Championship. Because I kind of feel like that could be a match that might pop up soon, and I think it kind of sounds interesting to see, and that'll be interesting. And for me, expectation, I'm going to say an 8. I would say an 8.
Honestly, I could very likely see that scenario. I could see Logan gain a lot of offense on Seth, but Seth somehow come up with the win. Kind of similar to the Roman match.
Yeah. So that's my opinion. So
I can't believe I'm hearing this slander right now. Why can't Logan just win this one, dude?
You know, this is the one video I haven't
Why?
insulted him yet. You want me to?
Listen, Seth Rollins
I'm
is a
sorry,
good
Ethan.
guy and all, but if we need to build up Logan, we need him to take this W again, especially at the grandest stage of them all. Because if he doesn't win this, it proves that he's nothing but a hack celebrity, celebrity, I should say.
Celebrity.
Yeah.
I don't think it means that if he loses.
But Seth Rollins doesn't need it. Logan needs it more than Seth.
I actually disagree
Seth's a
because
loser.
Seth's been on basically a 4-year losing streak, and on top of that, make him lose to a YouTuber. Oh my God, he's never going to be seen as a world title guy ever again.
He's not though. He's a mid-carder.
But that's not. No, he is not.
Yes.
he's a main event player.
Yeah, Chris, you clearly are using the fact that you came into 2021 as your bias or as your evidence. Chris,
Listen,
he was
man.
basically in the main event for all the 9 years you weren't watching him, bro.
He peaked in the Shield.
And better than anything else, probably he's going to be Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes if Cody Rhodes wins that title.
Yeah, think about all the history between Cody and Seth, and you're telling me they're not going to go back to that? You're being crazy.
But he lost to Cody like 3 fucking times.
That's the point. He's going to want payback against Cody.
Too bad it's not gonna happen. Because he's about to lose to Logan.
Well, is that your actual prediction?
Yeah. Because there's no way,
Yeah.
dude. You can't just build. They've been building Logan so strongly for like these past couple of weeks, trying to
You know
legitimize
what
it.
was your point last year about Logan's match when he teamed up with The Miz? And I was asking, like, why the hell does Miz even need a win? You were like, because he hasn't won in so long. And that's the point. Seth hasn't won in a long-ass time. Logan has won the majority of his matches, so he doesn't really need to win.
But he already lost 1. He'll be 3-1. And if he loses,
Are you
3-2.
serious? You really want to protect a YouTuber of all the people on the roster to protect?
Dude, Seth can't even take a punch to the face. Fragile.
He lost to KSI. Do I need to remind you of that? He lost to KSI, a
Dude,
fucking YouTuber.
That's boxing. This is wrestling. It's different shit.
But he shouldn't be booked this powerly like he's Mike fucking Tyson, who knocks people out with one fucking punch. That is the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen. But there's metal in his arm. I don't care. It's garbage.
Man, you just need to get with the times, man.
Nah.
Seth has his place, and it's going to be a stepping stone for my boy, like what he's been doing, which is fine.
No, it's not. He is a main event player, and he's going to get back to that level. He needs to one way or another.
It's gonna be.
He's not going to be the guy who puts over people forever. That's not who he is.
Well, he could do that next year.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to be really pissed off if Logan beats Seth, real talk. I'm going to be really pissed off.
I'm going to be so happy for my boy.
Man, you're being a troll right now.
I'm not, though.
I could tell.
Nah.
Now let's move on to the worst match of the entire weekend. SmackDown Women's Championship match. Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. This is going to suck some serious fucking dick. And as for who wins, it should be Rhea. But if it's in the main event, I'm not even going to give a shit. Because this has, again, I don't mean to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy. This has no right to be in the main event of WrestleMania when it has one of the worst builds out of the entire match card. Ray versus Dominic has a better build-up than Charlotte versus Rhea does. There's no excuse in that. Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul has a better build-up than Charlotte versus Rhea. There's no excuse in that. So, this is going to be dog shit. And if you haven't watched their older matches, then you are one lucky son of a bitch, because they all fucking sucked.
Hey, that's me. Because I haven't seen any of their shit.
and you're lucky for it, and you're going to become unlucky by watching this garbage at WrestleMania 39. And I don't mean to bury this match as much as I am right now, but god damn it, this is bullshit. The fact that this might be main eventing WrestleMania, the first Aussie to main event WrestleMania. Oh, you people need your fucking accomplishments so goddamn much. Who fucking cares? If it sucks, it has no business main eventing WrestleMania. I hate this propaganda bullshit, this political bullcrap that, the women need a main event because they did it last year. Here's the thing. When Sasha versus Bianca main evented, there's a good reason why nobody complained. The reason why nobody complained is because it had the right to main event WrestleMania. This bullshit does not have the right to main event WrestleMania, regardless of the Royal Rumble. There have been many, and I repeat, many WrestleManias where the Royal Rumble winner did not main event WrestleMania. As a matter of fact, that's actually the majority of the time. The majority of Royal Rumble winners don't main event WrestleMania. If you don't believe me, do the research yourself. So, this should not main event WrestleMania. Even if it's a great moment for Rhea Ripley, that doesn't mean she should go over Sami Zayn, who basically carried the entire company on his back for the entire past year. So, yeah, I'm going to bury this match really bad if it's in the main event. Regardless of how good it is, it's not going to be good, but regardless of how good it is, if this is in the main event, I'm going to be extremely mad about that already because it has no right to main event. And honestly, as for Charlotte getting her second WrestleMania main event, it's just bullshit, man. It's all propaganda bullshit. And of course, you're going to have some celebrities and people say that, Charlotte deserves it and she's the best. And people who are saying that she doesn't deserve it are delusional or are incels. That's not the fucking case, dumb dicks. The fucking case is that this build was fucking garbage and this match will suck just as badly. And honestly, good for Rhea Ripley for all of this, for gaining her moment. But I hope she just beats Charlotte's ass in quick fashion and we don't get a match that goes longer than 3 minutes. Because I swear to God, if this match goes the distance, I will take a shit. I will take a dump. I will look on my phone. I'll do literally everything in my power just to not focus on this stupid ass match. It's going to be stupid. End of my rant. Overall, 2 to 4 out of 10. 4 at best. This will be a 4 at best.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk that much because I want to be quick with this. I want Rhea to win completely. Charlotte needs to disappear. And definitely I say maybe 2, maybe I say 3 for my 3 out of 10 for me.
I was gonna be safe and just say it's a 5. I don't think it's gonna be the worst thing. But well,
Yeah, we all think this match will be bad. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We all think Rhea's winning. Let's move on. Real main event of night 1. I think this will be the best match of the whole weekend. Well, except one match, of course, but we'll get to that match on night 2. Undisputed Tag Team Championship match. The Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Now, my boy got snubbed, and he's in the tag titles match. But hopefully this is in the main event. Because it'll kind of justify him not being in the other main event, if that's the case. But if this doesn't main event, then yeah, Sami easily got snubbed. So, yeah, I think KO and Sami are definitely winning. I definitely don't think the Usos are retaining. But I will say this. I feel like a lot of people aren't talking about the tag title reign that the Usos has had. Or have had, I mean. And I understand why, because they've been underneath Roman, so we're not really recognizing their reign too much. But they probably have had one of the best tag team championship reigns of all time when it's all said and done. So we gotta give a lot of credit to the Usos as well while we're at it. So who wins here? Again, KO and Sami. I don't see the Usos winning this whatsoever. Unless if WWE really insists on keeping the bloodline thing going, but I would be surprised if they do keep this going. I think it's all said and done here.
Yeah, I think the same thing. I would make it short and simple. Usos lose, KO and Sammy win, and I'm hoping that maybe in a match, Jay Uso betrayal. I'm hoping that because that's my thing. Or at the main event for Cody versus Roman. I'm hoping for a Jay Uso turn. That would be my thinking. And definitely I would say 9.5.
And I'll do the same too. I'm pretty sure they're gonna win. There's no doubt that the Usos will lose because at this rate, if no one's gonna beat them, it's literally impossible. They just booked him way too strong for the past 2 years, but it's fine. This bloodline shit is finally coming to an end, and I'm happy. Isn't that right, Daniel?
I don't know why you are happy.
Because it's time to move on, me.
Move on to things that are not going to be as good as the bloodline, but don't say a damn warning.
Whatever, me.
I think Sammy should be the one to dethrone Roman. I think Cody's spot should be Sammy's spot, but you already know how I felt about that for a long time.
Yeah.
And I could rant about that more, but just to keep it short and sweet, KO and Sammy get their moment here. Let's just wrap this up, please. Give Sammy something.
Anything.
Now, I'm excited for the Usos to lose to KO and Sammy. I'm not excited for the other half of the bloodline match, which we'll get to. So, yeah, I think night one is looking good if this is what night one will be, but now let's move on to night two. Night two, IC title match. Gunther, Drew, Sheamus, triple threat. I think it will be an amazing Intercontinental Championship match. And it could be one of the best Intercontinental Championship matches ever, actually. I really have that much hope into it. So who wins here? I actually think Sheamus will win by pinning Drew McIntyre. Therefore, Gunther doesn't lose his title by pinfall. So therefore, he's protected, and that way he can move up to the world title scene. While Sheamus goes on to have a world title reign, well, IC title reign, I mean, and it's Grand Slam Sheamus time, you know? So that's what I see happening.
Yeah, short and simple. I am definitely anticipating this match. I love this match. It's probably going to me. I feel like this match might be the sleeper, or not a sleeper, probably the best match of the night. Sheamus for me winning because I love Sheamus and he deserves that title. Grand Slam Sheamus, here we come.
Exactly, you mean. It's gonna be great. Like you said, just protect Gunther. Don't make him take the pin so he can chase after Cody or whoever becomes a new title winner. And I'll give it a 9.
All right, guys. So I've just been updated on something crazy.
Oh no.
So Brock versus Omos is officially on night one. So now,
Oh shit.
we were going to talk about it later, but now we'll talk about it now. Brock Lesnar versus Omos. Once in a lifetime. This is the biggest WrestleMania match since Cena versus The Rock
No, it's not.
at
Shut the fuck
WrestleMania
up.
28. Let me talk my truth. I am a proud Homo sapien. And anyone online saying Omos doesn't deserve this match is homophobic. And I am not tolerating that garbage. So this is what I have to say. Brock is a lazy ass, part-time son of a bitch who doesn't even deserve a proper retirement. Now, rumors are saying that he's going to leave after WrestleMania, that WrestleMania is going to be his last match. Well, get the fuck out of here, you stupid Vince McMahon stooge. You're clearly a kiss ass for Vince McMahon, and you clearly are leaving because Vince isn't in charge anymore, and you're being an absolute bitch about it. So I hope Omos beats the living fuck out of him, retires him. I hope WWE humiliate Brock Lesnar for the stupidity that is this decision. And as for Omos, I want him to go on. If Cody Rhodes wins, if Cody Rhodes wins, I want Cody Rhodes versus Omos. And we could basically get something that was even better, even more poetic than John Cena versus the Great Khali. And I think that is necessary for our culture. Imagine a white man versus a black man for the title. It'd be versatility. It'd be diversity. You could be like the world would basically be on fire with that match. It's already kind of racist that you don't have Omos in there with Roman and Cody, and he has to deal with stupid fucking Brock Lesnar. But that's another conversation for another time. Omos deserves all the shine, all the love, all the admiration he can get. Why? Because he's not God. He's better. He's Omos. So, who wins? Omos. I am homosexual. My
Pause.
religion is Omos.
Pause.
I do not believe in any homophobia ever. This is Omos' coming out party. This is his time. He is going to double chokeslam Brock and kill Brock Lesnar. Homo sapiens, rise!
I hope that's all a joke. Jesus Christ. I'm not going to do anything. It's stupid enough. This match is very stupid. I'm hoping Roman almost wins in 2 seconds and wins the match and just goes for a United States title or something. I don't care really about it. Only if he does good. I don't really care much about him. I just hope for a 2-second match for this match. That's all.
This is so fucking.
Almost wins.
This is so fucking stupid. Brock's gonna win. Why are you trolling right now? This is a meme because everyone knows this match is gonna be shitty.
Listen,
Almost is not a good wrestler.
stop this homophobia right now.
The Great
Stop this
Khali did
homophobia.
it better. I'm tired of your woke
Excuse
agenda.
me?
I'm tired of this woke agenda shit on my goddamn program.
Woke agenda?
Because almost
Woke?
is a tall black dude, so they have to be woke about it. But Brock Lesnar
No.
doesn't give a shit about being woke. He's just Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, because he's a racist and defeat all the black people for the titles.
No,
Brock might as well be a man in a KKK outfit.
I wouldn't go that far, but okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Jesus
all I have to
fucking
say is
Christ.
this:
This is a
he's
joke.
leaving because he's a fucking. He's leaving because he's a fucking Vince stooge. That's the only reason why. So fuck him. And honestly, yeah, he doesn't deserve a real retirement. So I actually am rooting for Omos here. Am I joking with all the Homo sapien stuff? Yes, of course I am. But Brock is a bitch. He phoned it the hell in with Bobby Lashley, and I'm sick of him.
I just before we move on, I just like to say that we've been on this stupid shit for 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
For Brock and Omos?
Yes.
Well, it deserves all the
Oh
time
my
in the
God.
world. But let's move on.
Okay.
No, it should take only 2 seconds.
Now, let's get to, oh God, back to the rest of Almost Mania. Women's WrestleMania showcase match. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalia and Shotzi versus Ronda and Shayna versus, okay, I guess right now it's the fourth team is either going to be Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville or Mia Yim and Candice LeRae. Okay. Either way, I have Ronda and Shayna winning. No offense, but I got a bad feeling this could be a sloppy match. I don't know why. I'm going to give it a 4 to 5.
Yeah.
And just move on.
Be quick about this. I probably had Liv Morgan and Raquel winning. If this probably changes into a number one contender match for the championships, for the championships, for the women's championships, the tag team, I would probably say Liv Morgan and Raquel. And there's a rivalry in this match at the same time with all the stuff happening with Ronda and the other people. So for me, I would say 4.
Oh, yeah. After this match, I actually got to tell you guys something about Ronda. So Chris, go ahead.
Oh, it's gonna be a 3. This is gonna be a bathroom break. I don't care about this match. Thank you.
Okay. So now, with Ronda Rousey, did y'all hear about what she tweeted about WWE?
Oh no. What did she do?
No.
You have a right for saying, oh no, actually. because she decided to take to Twitter and talk about the creative process in WWE. And she's not happy about it. She's not happy about what she's doing at WrestleMania because, as we all know, originally Charlotte versus Rhea was actually supposed to be Ronda versus Rhea. So, yeah, the tweet is taken down now, but I'm going to look for it as we speak. Yeah, okay. And yeah, this is what she said. Imagine what our Liv Morgan feud could have been if we weren't hamstrung by a bunch of people who still think they know how to be hip while putting less than 5 minutes of thought a week into each woman's storyline.
Oh.
So she basically completely buried the WWE creative team with that tweet. It's taken down now, but of course she's Ronda Rousey, so she's probably not going to get consequences for it, but you know.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
have that problem with the creative team because we talk about it too much.
Oh, wait, what?
We talk about the creative team not making the best matches.
Yeah. I already feel a certain way about the creative team right now when it comes to this WrestleMania, but anyways. LA Knight versus Bobby Lashley. This is reported. It's not true, but it's very likely LA Knight's fighting either Stone Cold or Bobby. No matter who he's fighting, I think LA Knight's losing. That's the conclusion I've come down to. It'll be fun if they do something with him and not someone else.
Yeah. To me, it would be fun. I always love LA Knight to myself, so at least he's actually going to WrestleMania. Take a 6.
I'm sad that he keeps losing. He doesn't need to keep losing, but I'll just give it a 6.
All right. Now, Hell in a Cell. Now, this one I know for a fact we're going to disagree on big time. Edge versus Finn Balor. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but Christian did not renew his contract in AEW. And with Edge's retirement being in August, it's going to be August 18th in Toronto, Canada on SmackDown. And if you're wondering if this is true, actually look up the Raw promo he cut when it went off the air. He had a match with Damian Priest in Toronto, if you guys remember. And when Raw went off the air, he said that in a perfect world, next year, August, Toronto, I retire. So the SmackDown August 18th is highly rumored to be Edge's retirement show, especially with it being in Toronto. So he's probably going to have a big final pay-per-view match at SummerSlam. And who better than to have his last match with than Christian? So this is the deal. Edge is going to fight Christian and Finn. And honestly, he can't lose to both. And you could say, oh, sure he can, but honestly, that's not a fair way to have Edge go out by making him put over 2 other people. That's not fair, especially when Edge is one of the best parts of WWE today. And honestly, came back even better than he was back then. So he doesn't deserve to have to put over any more people. I mean, if he wants to, then go ahead by all means. But let's be honest here. Finn Balor beat Edge almost 6 months ago. And what did it do for Finn? Nothing. It did nothing. So there's literally no point in having Finn beat Edge at all, in my opinion. Like, what will it even do for Finn?
Nothing.
Nothing again. So you might as well just have Edge beat Finn and then go into a retirement program with Christian. And yeah, sure, you can argue, but the demon, I'm sorry, the demon lost to Roman Reigns. He can lose to Edge too. It is what the fuck it is. The demon character is not Finn anymore. Finn even said that himself. He sees himself as the prince nowadays. He probably doesn't even want to bring back the demon, I bet. So, With all that being said, though, I think this would be an amazing Hell in a Cell match. I expect a 9 to 9.5. Edge and Hell in a Cell always slaps and hits different.
This should be a great match. For me, I would say Edge to win, and for his retirement match, definitely I would love to see Edge versus Christian. And I'm hoping maybe Edge wins or Christian wins. I don't actually have a preference. Both it would be great to see. I'm hoping Edge wins in this Hell in a Cell. I would probably say a 9 for me.
And I'm actually going for 10 because just for the fact that I'm not gonna spoil anything because of what just got announced right now on Twitter. But just for that thing alone, I'm really excited for it'll be a 10.
Oh, well, can you just say what it was?
The Finn Balor the Demon is coming back for Hell in a Cell.
Oh, yeah, that I figured. Yeah, that I figured.
I was like, holy shit. Awesome. Okay,
Yeah, I think Finn's still losing, though.
that's fine.
He should. He should.
He's never going to be
The
forgiven.
story calls for Edge winning.
He needs to get his match with the cameraman that screwed him over like 2 years ago. I haven't forgotten
No,
about
what Finn
that
really
shit.
needs is he needs to get... Honestly, this Judgment Day thing is honestly like... It's holding back Finn. He needs to get out of Judgment Day. Judgment Day needs to be done after WrestleMania, as it is. Like, WrestleMania needs to be the end of Judgment Day. Like, the purpose of it was to have these Edge and Ray feuds, and I think there's no more purpose after this. So end the group, please, after this.
For real.
Because what? You're going to have them win titles? I don't want to see that garbage. So, now let's move on. Raw Women's Championship match. Bianca Belair versus Asuka. The story has sucked. There's been no story. It's been shit, but the match itself will be great. I think Asuka will win. Bianca's had a dominant year on top as champ, but I think it's time to give it to Asuka, who really needs this win more than Bianca.
Yeah, for me, short and simple. I want to see Asuka win completely. I feel like Bianca Belair has been very stale in my sense. So for me, I want Asuka to win, get that title back, and become the Empress of WWE, pretty much. For me, 9 for me.
And I'll give it a 9 too because I feel like Bianca Belair has more than an efficient run at this point, and it's getting kind of like stale. So I'll give it a Asuka, just to bring in more character and bring in more legitimacy because her new look is crazy, and then people are saying it's like the best thing she had from New Japan before coming to WWE. So I want to see that. I want to see that side of her.
I've actually noticed in the last few weeks she hasn't come out with the clown face paint, and that's really pissed me off. Actually,
never mind.
Like I like she needs like no, like I'm sorry, she needs to be in that clown paint. She needs to be.
Listen, she needs to look like a goddamn juggalo with some fucking.
It's the only way I actually ever took her seriously as a Fish's competitor. Seriously, you guys can get mad at me all you want, but Dancing Asuka is not a fucking main event woman. Fuck that.
We need spooky shit.
So yeah, main event time. Undisputed WWE Universal Championship match. The big main event after all these matches. Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. Oh man. So I'm gonna speak, but I feel like I'm not gonna be as positive about this match as these two are. So I'll let Berman and Chris give their prediction first and speak about it.
Yeah, for me, I would 100% want Cody to win 100%. I would love to see Cody fulfill the American dream, pretty much how he says it. I would like to see Jay betrayal in this one. Same thing as the tag team match. I would like to see Jay Uso betray Roman in this match. Like, just imagine to see, like, Roman hits the ref, Jay comes out, and Jimmy comes out, but Jay hits Roman and Jimmy with the chair and just walks away. Perfect. Sounds great to see. For me, I would say an 8.5, maybe 9.
And same here. It'd be wild. I know it's not gonna happen, but it'd be so fucking funny if like The Rock just randomly shows up in the middle of this match that causes Roman the victory. I know it's not gonna happen, but realistically, it's probably gonna be Jay because that's the only counter thing I see to kind of protect him at this rate. Yeah.
If The Rock came back at Mania 39, I would be so mad at him. I'd be so mad at him because he could have had a match with Roman, but whatever.
It's all good. It's gonna be good. If Cody wins, I don't know. I'm really torn. I'm down for whatever. I expect the classic, so I'm gonna just give it a 9.
All right. Now, my turn.
No.
Cody's winning. There's no doubt in my mind that he's not. Cody's winning. And I know and there have been a few times I predicted against Roman where I thought maybe the Team Brawling Brutes could win at Survivor Series, or maybe Drew could win at Clash of the Castle, but there's a thing. I predicted those guys, but I still thought Roman had a chance. I don't think Roman has a single chance of walking out of WrestleMania with those titles. There's no way. And why is there no way? Because of a few reasons. Number one, the fans are done with him as champion. And when I say the fans, not every fan, but a lot of fans are just done with Roman as champion. Like, they're over it. They're over the reign. I'm not, but I get it. And personally, you guys know I want him to beat Hulk Hogan. I do. And sure, it may not be for the main company title, but it's still a world title.
Yeah.
And this is what I'll say. I said it before in multiple videos, and I'll say it again because I have to call out all of the people online who have been really gatekeeping this match. So, Sammy got screwed. You can root for Cody. You can be okay with him winning. You can want him to win. But if you look me in the eye and tried to tell me that Sami Zayn wasn't screwed in all of this, I'd call you a liar. Sami Zayn did get screwed in all of this. He didn't get over because he was associated with the bloodline. He got himself over because he was the best part of the story with the bloodline. He got himself over because he basically carved out what ended up being one of the best storylines in years for WWE. Sure, Roman and KO played their parts, but the main instrument was Sami Zayn. And if you deny that, then I don't know what to tell you, man. This is what I'll say. This feels like it's more about Cody's journey from the very beginning, rather than about giving it an ending to Roman's reign. That's what it feels like. This match is more centered around. It's more centered around Cody getting the title more than Roman losing the title. And I think that's another aspect as to why I'm kind of disappointed about the whole build to this match, to this event. And I just gotta be honest. They'll probably do it in a big, massive way that gets people talking. Like, whether it's Jey Uso, which seems to be the most likely person to cost Roman, or The Rock, like Chris says, which is also a possibility.
Or
I would be
Rikishi.
fucking angry. I'd be angry as shit at The Rock for not wrestling at WrestleMania, but showing up at WrestleMania. Oh, I would be furious, but I could see it happening. And then another one I thought of is Randy Orton. So there are definitely people who can cost Roman the match. So there's definitely a lot of ways they can do this and go about this. And sure, you can have Roman win, go past 1,000 days, and then he'll probably just lose at SummerSlam. So even then, it feels like if you have the belt on Roman over Cody, there's not much really being accomplished there, unless if they plan on keeping his reign longer and they make him lose to someone else like a Jey Uso, which I would love Jey Uso to get that moment. But I think it's done. When I'm thinking about all the future paths that lie ahead for the world title, for the whole company, Cody's winning. I would be shocked if Roman actually retains. Would I be a happy camper if he retained, though? Yeah, I would be. And I feel like Sammy was the guy to beat Roman. And I've said it once, I've said it before. I don't believe in Cody as that guy. I like Cody, and I think He's a great in-ring performer. I think he can be a great storyteller. But at the end of the day, I'm not the audience Cody is appealing to. He appeals to kids, and that's okay. And that is okay. But I'm not the one that he is reaching out for. And that's something I have to understand. Cody is for the kids. He's for the teenagers. He's for the, casual fans, I guess you could say. He's the next John Cena. 100%. So with all that stuff being said, I could literally sit here and talk about this for so long, but I'm just going to get straight to the point. Cody's winning. Roman has had the best title reign in wrestling history, and every single title reign that happens in WWE is not going to be as good as this one. There's not a single person that's going to have a title reign better than this one. Not Cody, not anyone on the roster. And that's just the pure facts. Roman Reigns will go down as the best world heavyweight champion in WWE history, whether people like it or not. What do I expect for the match? A 7 to an 8. So, what do I expect for this whole event? I think it'll be a 7. I think it'll be good. I don't think it'll be one of the best WrestleManias of all time, but I don't think it'll be one of the worst either. I think it'll be in the middle of the pack.
For me, my expectations for the whole thing, it's probably a 7.5 for me.
Then I'll just be simple and just give it an 8. There's gonna be some bangers, but there's gonna be some stinkers, so just give it safe.
Yeah. Well, thank you all so much for watching. I've been Daniel.
I've been Berman.
Chris.
And yeah, thank you all if you all watched this one. This was a longer one, I know. But take it easy, folks.